So there's a few things that after the shakedown sale that I've noticed that I need to sort out. A couple of things here. Look, a little bit of gel coat has come off, so that needs doing. We really need better weather though. Good things, this anchor didn't move the whole time, and we were really going for it at times, so that's good. I noticed this is the biggest worry, is the mast was coming back so far that it was coming out of that socket, and I don't know what it was that was creaking, but I thought what was creaking was the mast down here. So it was actually, if we're not careful, we're going to end up cracking the mast foot, which is a big no-no. So we need to stop the mast doing that, and yeah, so we'll have to think about that. I mean, it did do it last year. Maybe it was because it was quite a frenetic sale this year. Today, I don't know. It did feel that way. But if you look at this, it's just loose. So, but if you try and tighten that, okay, you can a little bit. I think that's my problem. Is maybe this wasn't tight by the time I was tightening it. It was perhaps too loose. That's actually too loose. If you look at that newer boat, he's got a little bit of a pulley system on his, so you can get a bit more tension on that, because that's no good, isn't it? Look at that. So we need to look at that, because I don't want to mess around with that. Well, while we're at the front here, the glaringly obvious thing that needs attention is this. It does work by pinning this to the mast. It has worked. I'm sure you can feel the boat was just more powerful. Oh, I'm sure it was. I mean, it was a bit of a windy day, but even so. But this, I just spoke to Dave, the owner of that lugger, and he said that's what your Peral beads are for. So he said, when you bought your Peral beads from Drascombe, you get a set of 4, and I was a bit wondering why you get a set of 4. Well, one is for your gaff, one is for, which is on there, one is for the gaff jaw, one is for to hold the gaff itself to the mast, just to keep it upright, and then the other 2, these are supposed to be what you use, and as you raise the mast, you just put them in and take them out. And because these are quite big, it says you don't need to hold the mast, the sail too tightly to the mast. You just need to make sure it's tethered to the mast a little bit. So that needs looking into a little bit more. These covers, so far so good, working brilliantly, really happy with them. Can't fault them, really happy with them. They're doing well. Gonna have to sort this out, aren't I, this hole. The other thing is the tiller tamer. Tying it onto here is just it's hard work. So we're either gonna have to put the pair of cleats back here. If you remember, I actually did I use the same hole for the cleat? I can see there's a little hole there. Can you see 2 holes there? For some kind of cleat. It was so easy just to put it on one cleat and then bring it over to this cleat. These don't work obviously because they only work one way. We could change these cleats to the one that I've got on the mast, the one that's got like the fair lead in front of it, or even put an extra fair lead in here so we can pull it back. But bilge pump worked flawlessly. It's really working well. You can see no leaks, all attached, doing really well, and I'm really happy. And then the new cover with the new elastic, on the cover with the little line I put in has kept her bone dry. So on the mooring. So all in all, very happy. So look what I found. As I looked in here, I gave the boat a massive look. I looked everywhere. And I didn't find it, and I've just come, I actually thought I was picking these out, and out comes this. So the other one of these is in my main box. This is just a spare one. So here's my 2 racing clam cleats, loads of screws, and the 2 little blocks that go on those. So there it is. I'm so happy that I haven't actually lost all that, because yeah, it all adds up. There's about 30 quid's worth of stuff there. I'm going to put it in the box. I'm not going to leave it on the boat because it's going to get lost otherwise. There's one other thing, is the battery box. This is the whole thing actually. I haven't got enough time to fit this now, but that'll fit in there nice and easy. You've seen that on previous videos. So I'm going to actually leave the battery box on board because it's just getting in the way at home. So I'm going to leave the battery box on board, yeah, we'll come back to that. Yeah, there's not much to do really. Like I say, there's the lockers I want to sort out. Then there's the petrol tank, the solar panel, and the battery box and the wiring, which won't be very difficult to do really. And that's it. That's it really. She's really prepared. Oh, then we have to turn our hand to spray covers, tents, maybe even a little shade, you know, so we have to, yeah, we have that to do as well. But other than that, yeah, we're looking really good, aren't we? It's going to be a lot of fun, I'm telling you. I think it's time to go and swap boats. We're going to go get tadpole, and we're going to get the boat packed away and we'll go home. That was no problem. She's so stable. You can stand in the middle and the middle just sort of goes down, and these little tubes kind of get closer. But I think it'd be hard push to flip this over when you're in it. One thing I've noticed, I left the valve open, so this has got water in. So I've got to try and work out how we're going to empty that. But we need to just deflate her now. We'll chuck her in the van, she'll be fine. And then we will pack up and go home.